Good morning. It is very exciting time in immigration right now. My name is Elizabeth Ricci. I'm an immigration attorney here with my husband and law partner,
Neil Rambana.
We're with Rambana and Ricci Immigration Attorneys in Tallahassee with some exciting news. Yesterday, a judge in Washington, D.C., Judge John Bates, issued a decision regarding DACA, Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. I've got the 60-page decision right here. What do you make of the decision, Neil?
Well, the decision is an important decision. What it does is it puts the Trump administration on notice that their action to terminate DACA was arbitrary and capricious, meaning that they didn't really have a justification to do that.
So I'm going to read you a few lines from the conclusion of the case that I think do a really good job in explaining what's going on, and then we'll elaborate. So in his conclusion, Judge Bates says, "The cases are clear that the courts have authority to review an agency's interpretation of the law if it's relied on to justify an enforcement policy, even when that interpretation concerns the lawful scope of the agency's enforcement discretion. Under this rule, an official cannot claim that the law ties her hands while at the same time denying the court's power to unbind her. She may escape political accountability or judicial review, but not both. Here, the department's decision to rescind DACA was predicated primarily on its legal judgment that the program was unlawful. That legal judgment was virtually unexplained, however, and so it cannot support the agency's decision."
The judge said it was flimsy.
Right. And although the government suggests that DACA's rescission was also predicated on the department's assessment of litigation risk, this consideration is insufficiently distinct from the agency's legal judgment to alter the reviewability analysis. It was also arbitrary and capricious in its own right, and thus likewise cannot support the agency's action. For these reasons, DACA's rescission was unlawful and must be set aside.
That's a big decision, and we're very excited about it. However, there is a caveat. This decision that the judge in D.C. has put forward also says that I'm going to give you 90 days, government, to give us more information why we shouldn't vacate the DACA administration's stoppage.
So in other words, this gives us a lot of hope that if you had not filed for DACA, you might be able to do so in the future, that immigration may soon be allowing initial applicants to file. So it would be a good time to get those documents ready. If you came here before you were 16, you went to high school, got a GED, or were even enrolled in a qualifying English program.
Or even if you enroll now in a qualified program.
Right. If you don't have a serious criminal history, now would be the time to get those documents ready. It also gives hope for people whose DACA was expiring and they should be able to renew. We don't know for sure. July 23rd would be 90 days from this decision. So don't file any new applications yet. We don't know what's going to happen also as far as the travel document. If a person who had DACA or has DACA and did the travel document previously, they could leave the country, re-enter legally, and then the door was open to adjusting in the future because then they had a lawful inspection. So this is dynamic and we need to kind of monitor it.
We'll keep everyone updated if something were to change, to say that the window opens even earlier than July 23rd, but that's what our calculation based upon the 90-day that the judge has asked the government to respond.
So that's an important point. It just means that that's by the date by which the government has to respond. It does not mean that we will know for sure whether immigration will be accepting new applications on that date or not. So stay tuned. Don't pay any fees to immigration or send anything yet as far as a new application or a travel document. You just need to stay tuned and be informed, get your information from a credible source.
But you can, if you've already had DACA, you can renew. That's still in place, and please do if you need to renew. Don't take it for granted. And again, for those that never had that opportunity or just didn't do it, get your documents together. It's now a possibility for you to get deferred action.
Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.